My daddy likes robots.
Hello everyone, this is Cybertronianbeast, and let's talk Transformers. Today we're going to take a look at Transformers Masterpiece Prowl. This is Masterpiece number 17, and it is originally a Datsun Fairlady 280Z, but Datsun is no longer a company, it is now Nissan, so it's the Nissan Fairlady 280Z. And as you can see, here's the packaging. You've got Prowl in his alt mode, Prowl in his robot mode, and the ginormous Nissan logo because, I mean, it's a Nissan vehicle. So you've got all that there. It looks great. Picked this up recently at a toy show in Woodstock, and yeah, it's it's the Takara version. So there's a lot of Japanese writing on this box. It went for $80, so expect to pay around $80 for this thing. Let's take a look at the rest of the packaging. On the sides, there's the alt mode from the side. On the other side, a nice picture of Prowl in robot mode. On the top, just in that nice foil lettering, Transformers Masterpiece. On the bottom, wow, look at all of that Japanese writing. Not a lot of English in there. On the back, a lot more Japanese writing, but a little bit more pictures here. So we've got some really nice pictures of Prowl there in the bottom. We've got his alt mode there. We've got him standing next to MP-10, Optimus Prime. So you can definitely see the size difference there. He only comes up to about his waist. And then we've got the shot of him coming out of MP-10's trailer, which is kind of cool. Let's get this sucker open, shall we? Because we can only look at the box for so long. Okay, so here is Prowl, and this is the way you get him out of the box. He arrives to you in his alt mode. There's his weapon, which is really kind of cool. And there's the instruction pack that comes with a really cool Masterpiece Prowl card. And on the back will be his tech specs, as well as the instructions. So that's kind of cool. I like how they started to do the card. It's neat. Throw that to the side. The weapon, just while we're sitting here in alt mode, the weapon you can transform just by taking this handle and flipping it up. You get a little hook there, and you can now stick that into the back of the light bar and he can be in his weapon mode or battle mode for his in his alternate transformation there. So that's kind of neat. They didn't do that many times in the show, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, we'll just fix that and throw the weapon to the side. The alt mode on this guy is gorgeous. Perfect representation of the Datsun 280Z. On the bottom, you can see not a lot of robot parts showing. You can definitely tell the hands right there. His head is buried right underneath this little plate here, but the wheels roll independently of each other, so that's good. Still, there's no rubber tires being used. I really do miss the rubber tires on these Masterpiece guys, so a lot of plastic there. The windshields on all parts, except for this one back here on the leg, the windows are all nice transparent plastic, which is great. And the mirrors on this Datsun are way up here on the front fenders, which is kind of neat. And these are rubber, so they can take a bit of a banging around, and you don't have to worry about breaking them off. But I really do love this this alt mode. The detail in this thing is just great. You can notice that on early pictures that got released of this guy, the word highway or the word patrol in highway patrol was spelled wrong. You can see that they have fixed that. So it's nice that they have that little decal there. And even on the back, they've got a nice little paint app for the brake and turn signal lights. So that's fantastic. Anyway, getting into transformation of this guy, it's pretty good. I mean, there's a couple parts on them that are a little bit more hectic than others, but what I like to do first is I like to separate the back end. So these are the legs that I like to separate. Then open the doors, because that frees up a lot of the centerpiece here. Then for the legs, I like to split them in half. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring down this centerpiece here in the leg, I think. Yeah. Let's get this here. There it is. So we're moving this piece out of the middle here. Now we've got to separate this leg here. So I'm just going to stick my fingernail in there, and I'm going to bring this set apart here, just like that. And now I'm going to bring the leg out, just like that. And now it's going to sit a bit like that, and it's a bit of a mess. So you just got to clean it up. Now you can take this piece here and you can stick it back in. Whoops, not yet. You got to bring it back towards the leg, just like that. Now you can stick it in. And you've left, and the leg's basically done. You've just got to take this little window here, and you just got to turn it in, just like that. And that leg is done. Oh, one last thing. There's these little black pieces on the back. This is on the bottom. This is the exhaust pipe. The other leg has one here, but it's you can't really access it until you transform it. This one here you just flip out, and that's a stabilizing heel for robot mode. So there's the fully transformed leg. So basically we just do the second leg here, the other leg, and so yeah, same thing. We just open this up here. We separate here and pull out. Pull down all the way. Perfect. Fold that back up and fold that down. Great. Now you're sitting here with two legs and a car body on top. Looks pretty funny. So what we want to do next is we're going to, at some point we've got to spin the waist because it's backwards. So what we're going to do next is we're going to separate this windshield area. It's actually exactly the same as G1 Prowl. So we just got to separate it here. And let's see. There we go. So we can pull that back, and you're going to fold this section. You're going to fold it right in there, like that. Perfect. You pull that up, and these are your cannons here. You just fold them up. Now, do we have enough space to spin? Perfect. Now that we've got that spin done, we can work on the rest of the body. So let's get these arms out of the way. So we're going to take the arms and we're going to pull them out like so. Again, very similar to G1. We'll get them out of there, and just for the time being, we're just going to rotate them down like so, just to get them out of the way. And to get the head out of here, we've got to pull this chest plate down, and we're going to flip that head up. And then I'll put that right through there, and we're going to bring that chest down. But before we bring it all the way down, we've got to pull that chest plate up, or sorry, this abdomen piece up, and we've got to put these arms back into place. Now, one other step just before we get these arms up. These fender pieces right here with the mirrors on them, we want to put those in. So we bring those actually in like so. Now these are very specific. You have to get them right into the right spot. Now there is actually, let's hopefully see it here. There is like a two-pronged port in here that you actually stick these things into. Just like that. Let's see here. Just like that. And then you just got to make sure that all of the rest of the stuff is right like that too. And make it a little easier, you can pull this chest plate down again and push the arms up. The chest plate goes up, and there is a tab. I'll pull it out again just to show you. There's a tab right here on the edge, and that's going to go right up into the bottom of the car here. It's actually right at the edge. So we're going to flip that up like that, and that's going to jam right in there. And it can be kind of sticky, so you might have to apply a little bit of force. There we go. Nice solid click. I love it. So now you're left with something that looks kind of funny, like that. So you got to straighten out your arms here. Now the wheels, they go on the back. So you're going to twist them around like that. Your elbows, obviously you get your elbows facing the right way. Fix the other arm like that. And you've got your hip skirt there, if you want to call it that. You can have it facing completely down like that. You can pull it out a little ways. You can do it whatever way you want. And then you've got your doors, which once you fix the hood of the car, like the thing there, you can decide on how you want your doors. Typically, I like to put them like that, so they're straight out. Now, they are actually on a hinge, believe it or not, so you can turn them. See here, just like that. So you can get a nice little angle out of them, just like the original G1. Perfect. That looks gorgeous. Now you just got to fix the legs, get them all straightened out, because there's a little bit of a discrepancy between the heights right now. So you get that all right. And then we have our figure standing on its own. Flip that out. There we go. Okay, so there we go. And we've got his gun. And his gun, obviously, there, you put it in his hand. There is a peg on the handle of the gun. You slide that right into the port on the inside of his hand. Oops. So get that in there. Close up the fingers. And you have got it. You've got a Prowl Masterpiece. And he looks awesome. Look at that guy. This is perfect representation of G1. Let's see. There are a couple of things that I wish it did a little bit better. One, the fingers. Because of the size of the new Masterpiece scale, the fingers are not individually articulated anymore. So essentially, you've got one large clasping hand. So all four fingers move in unison, and that kind of sucks. The shoulders, I guess you could call it, the front of the shoulders, they seem very plain to me. Just this big white box. I wish there was a little bit more to it. I guess you could always just spin it around and have the tires on the outside. Maybe not. No, it's not going to work. So yeah. I wish it was a little bit more. I assume maybe you could get a repro label set, throw some Autobot logos on there. It would be a little bit more fancy. The head sculpt looks amazing. Let's get a quick let's get a zoom in on the head sculpt here. And it does move up and down, so you can get a really nice look at that. Like, that's amazing. And the only other thing that I think is kind of a bit of a pain in the butt or a bit of a gripe are his missile launchers. You have to open this up here, and they fold out like that. Now, Prowl was known for having dual shoulder cannons. These are not those. These are Blue Streak's shoulder cannons. Prowl had like missiles coming out of here. These are not those. So that's a bit of a pain. I know that there are, if you bought this through Amazon in Japan, you were given the opportunity to get a Japanese Amazon exclusive cannon that for him, like a missile that goes over top. But then you only got one, and until you bought Blue Streak, which is the mold of MP-17, so the exact same mold, just in a different color, you wouldn't get the other one. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass. The saving grace, though, is that Dr. Wu, the third-party company, is producing add-ons to go on top of here, and that's probably what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go ahead and get something like that. Anyway, I just love this guy. Let's bring in my only other open Prowl. I do have an original G1 Prowl reissue that I've never opened, but here's my Classics Prowl, and it's nowhere near a good comparison to this. Classics Prowl is essentially garbage by comparison, and that's that's what you get when you try and compare Masterpiece to the current line of Transformers. But yeah, that's the size difference from deluxe class to Masterpiece. There it is. Something else to compare with. Here's the Beast Hunters Shockwave. This is Voyager class, so you can see the difference in size there. This is a figure the reason why I'm comparing it is it's most readily available right now. You can get it in the stores still, and it's current Voyager size, so yeah, you can see that that's generally what you're going to be getting as far as Masterpiece size. Let's get him out of there. But this is an amazing figure. It's awesome. It really is one of the best figures I've bought in a very long time, and $80 price point is not bad at all. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit much if you think about it for the size, but the attention to detail on this guy is phenomenal. It's got joints all over the place. As you could see, there's so many joints in the legs. The knee joint is there. You've got a ball in the hip, and you've got a waist joint. The shoulders have got joints all over the place. Hands can do everything. Oh my god, you can do whatever you want to do with this guy. It's a great figure. Anyway, if you have any questions about Masterpiece Prowl, let me know. Just comment or leave it in the YouTube thread here. You can follow me on Twitter at Cybertronianbeast. Check out my Facebook page. Just search Cybertronianbeast on Facebook. That'll be me. And by all means, please listen to the podcast I'm on. Me and 3 other really awesome Transformers fans got together and we started up a podcast. And we talk Transformers exclusively. So check out www.transmissionspodcast.com. And I think, we're We've been talking to some IDW Transformers creators. We had Josh Bertram on. We had Josh Perez on. And so we're working our way up the creators ladder there, and it's been pretty cool. We're also on the podcast is also available on Stitcher Radio. So if you've got that app, just search for us on there. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Cybertronianbeast, and I'll talk to you later.